Hello, my name is Dr. Alduan Tartt, positive psychologist, parenting and teen and relationship expert, here with another tip for single moms raising boys when dad is unavailable. Moms, it's okay for you to stop feeling guilty. That's right, stop feeling guilty that dad is not around. A lot of times we hear that moms lament that dad's not around. They fear that that's going to have a long-term impact on how strong their young man can be without that day-to-day influence of the father being there. But is that really true? Let's sit and think about how many people were actually raised by single moms and grandmoms and ended up being one of the most assertive men out there. Look at Tom Cruise, an award-winning actor. Look at Les Brown. Look at President Barack Obama. Look at Dr. Wayne Dyer, who was actually raised in foster care. So when we start talking about it, the influence being in the home as a male is not necessarily true. It's important, but there are ways in which you can compensate for it. Also, let's keep it real. If you all were getting along, that man would probably still be in the house. Sometimes you need to separate to keep the kids from being around all that chaos, especially if dad was a negative influence, if he was going through drugs, alcohol, was abusive, just was not able to spend time with the kid, was disconnected. You separated to actually give the household more peace, and that's exactly what you get a lot of times. So don't forget that. Sometimes you make the move because it's necessary to have peace. Now, with that said, remember that what boys need to see are positive role models when it comes to manhood. No one ever said that this role model had to live with you. All right? So you start talking about successful men, they talk to you about mentors. So make sure you put your boy in a mentoring program, get him involved in some type of sports, get him involved in something where he's actually going to have at least a weekly and even a daily interaction with men. That's very important because then they can see the way men do things are completely different from women. We see a lot of times that boys are more effeminate, not homosexual or gay, but just more effeminate in their actions if they have no exposure to men because they end up mimicking some of the mannerisms of women, all right? So remember, seek out male role models for your child. If they're positive, they're actually going to have a stronger impact than dad. Also, if dad is around but not in the house, dad can still have a positive impact even though you don't live together. Your son can still learn from dad even during visitation, even during his weekend, or even if dad is infrequent visitor but contributes to the household as far as taking care of his children, he can still learn from dad. Don't overcompensate and think that your kids are weak. Last thing, please make sure you don't coddle your boy. You are not supposed to coddle a boy. What I mean by that, in elementary school, we see a lot of ice coach baseball, all right? And a lot of times when the boys would fall, I wouldn't respond. Now, they're little boys. The moms would come out, they're like, no, you sit down. You let him get up on his own. And they used to think that I was cruel. But what you have to do is that you have to show boys at a young age, girls too, all right, that they're able to persevere through hardship. When they fall down and you can tell whether it really hurt, tell them to go ahead and get on up and they'll be strong. What that shows them is that, hey, I'm tough, I can do it. Now here's the important thing. When you consistently run to their rescue and help them up every single time, you inadvertently send a message to your son that he's not strong enough to get up on his own. And he becomes dependent, codependent upon you to persevere through hardship. Now what this means is this turns into a nasty pattern. So at first it comes to you picking him up and coddling him all the time as an elementary school kid. Then he gets to middle school and starts getting in trouble. And you have the nerve to go up there and defend him and defend your baby and call him your baby when that man is in 6th and 7th and 8th grade when you know he did wrong. Go ahead and allow him to suffer the consequences. Then it goes up and into high school and adulthood where the kid has problems with authority because you have become the ultimate authority and taken away the power of the school because you always run to his rescue, and he's gotten in trouble with juvenile court. He thinks you're going to run to the rescue only to learn that in juvenile court they don't listen to moms that coddle their sons. Ask Judge Hatchett. Last thing, that's why we see so many men unable to leave the house at 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. You never really raised them to be independent, and it started from a very young age. Boys should be ready to leave the house when they come 18. The only reason they should stay home is to save money, help out around the house, but for the most part, you want to raise your children to be gone and out of that house on to college, trade school, military, junior college, culinary, whatever they're going to do, your son needs to be gone when he turns 18 from the household because it's time to be independent. All right? So moms, let go of the guilt. Empower your son versus coddling him. That does not require a male, but make sure you get male role models to influence your child. I'll see you all July 31st. Holiday Inn, downtown Decatur. For those of you out of town, I am responding to the request. I will bring this workshop to you. I already got a request coming out of Tennessee this morning. So take care. My name is Dr. Tartt. Make sure you empower those boys, moms. See you July 31st.